To you, at this moment, I'm sending you an energetic invitation to join me on my current and final journey here on Earth. I invite you to be a part of the we in the We the Collective. I'm calling in my soul tribe, in peace, in love, in truth. I feel I have important work to do regarding nature and what that means to me. You are invited to watch my story unfold. In love, in peace, in truth, Naphtali. So, in this video, we're going to be focusing on messages and teachings that Gaia has to bring forward. When I was clearing the energy of the cards and I was shuffling the cards in the pre-shuffle, I had a sense that this video was going to be about either the falling of structures and the selecting of the people that lead us on earth. So we're just going to get straight into it and we're going to shuffle and see what messages Gaia has to bring forward regarding structures and the falling of structures. And I feel that we are going to experience a shift, and this shift is going to be in regards to the way that we navigate the planet. This shift is also going to be in what knowledge we choose to teach our children. And I see that the structure of the educational system is going to drastically change, because a lot of the teachings and a lot of the wisdom that young people are actually learning and taking into their adult life, and the information that young individuals feel that is most important, is information that relates to nature and information that relates to life and how to live life the smoothest. There's going to be more focus upon innate creativity, and there's going to be a fall of so the structure that is going to fall is going to be the educational system. Because people are realizing that the educational system is a shambles. It's masterful control. And Guy is saying that nobody deserves to have control over the wisdom that Nobody should have control over wisdom that is rightfully yours. Nobody should have control over the way that you decide to grow. With the educational system, it is that they are they are telling you what knowledge is right and wrong, and they are making that knowledge have to be something that is correct or perceived in one way for everybody. The educational system doesn't allow for people to have their own individual perceptions on information and knowledge. It makes everybody have to see things in one specific way, which takes away the originality, and it almost acts as a block to your soul's growth, because you're not then able to filter information or see the knowledge that you've gained in a way that fits you uniquely. So because you're seeing this information and knowledge in a way that is seen by everybody in a very rigid way, you're unable to unlock codes within yourself, within your DNA, that pertains to that information, because you're unable to see it from a wider scope. You're unable to see how that piece of information relates to yourself, because it's already been related to one specific idea which has been told to you to be right, and any other answer other than that answer is incorrect. Gaia wants to remind us that life is not about right or wrong. It's about experiencing and how we place those experiences into knowings. I'm seeing that as one structure falls, another structure rises. As one structure falls, there's another. As one structure is falling, another is being planned and created. So when this shift happens, or this change happens regarding I feel that the educational system is a metaphor for consciousness. When this shift happens in consciousness, where people begin to realize their divine nature, it's almost that we will be placed at the beginning again. I'm seeing that when this shift occurs, on a mass level, where people truly remember their divine nature, is that people are going to remember or realize that they always had this, and they was always at the beginning, but equally as they was always at the beginning, they was at the end. That all it took was to turn around to see that you was always at the right point. So I'm seeing that, like, there's a circle, and at the top of the circle is the beginning that goes this way, And then as you go around, you have the end. And equally, as you're at the beginning, and when you have this realization, you're going to realize that all you had to do was to face from looking this way to face yourself to this way, to see that really you've been on this journey, but you've had all the components, you've had everything within you, and all you had to do was remember it. All you had to do was turn around and have the recollection. All you had to do was take a moment and pause. I'm feeling that there's something to do with the Akashic records and structures. Within all of us, there are the Akashic records. And within the Akashic records are information and all the records of every lifetime that we've lived. And within those lifetimes, we've experienced being part of many different structures, whether that's economic, social, financial, racial structures. We've been in educational structures. We've been in many different structures, societal structures. And we can, because we are all interconnected, in one way or another, we've all experienced every possible structure, every possible lifetime, every possible construct, way of living. We've experienced it all. And it's almost as consciousness as its own being is knocking on the cupboard that holds all these structures within our Akashic records, and is saying that we can have any one of these structures. We can live on earth with any one of these structures. So what I'm being pulled to say is that we've experienced all these possible structures, all these ways of living, but it's for us to shift to different timelines in order to experience those ways of living. If we want something new for ourselves, if we want to experience a way of being that is more in tune with nature, all we have to do is shift to that timeline. I was just thinking that how, and I was told that it goes back to your intention and your will. When you set your intention and your will, anything is possible. You may find that the laws of nature may be bent due to your will. There are structures of nature and forces of nature that are integral to the way that the universe works. However, will and intention is the creator of all. So due to your will and intention can bend these laws of nature and forces of nature to bring to bring about timelines that are more in line with the natural order of things. I'm going to pull some more cards on structures and see what comes up. I feel that I'm being brought to politics, and politics isn't my area of expertise or anything like that. So I don't really like talking about politics, but I'm being brought to politics. I feel that politics has lost its way. In the sense that it's becoming something that it wasn't intended for it to be. I feel that politics was meant to be a lot more about politics came about, I feel that it was meant, I don't know this for a fact, but this is what I'm feeling. I feel that it was meant to be more in regards of nature and having people act a way that is within nature. And now it's became more about people politics has became more about people acting like humans rather than acting as an aspect of nature, rather than just being and simply being. Politics has become something to. So the idea that we have to be a human that has been created over time, this idea that we have and that we accept, politics enforces that idea of being human, of what it means to be human to us, rather than politics having rules and regulations to help people to understand their place in nature. Politics tells you to act as a human, as if you are separate from nature. Politics, like education, is keeping you locked into something. It's keeping you to this one way fits all, to this is the right answer and this is the wrong answer. And again, we're going back to there's no right and there's no wrong. There is no policy that can be written that can govern your life. Because at the end of the day, you still have the choice and you still have the free will to choose to abide by these policies. I'm being brought to talk about our leaders now and the people that lead our planet and our current experience. And the third thing that I'm being brought to is a conversation that I had with somebody at university. And we was talking about just society in general. And what he said to me was that he believes that people that have been elected to governors and to rulers, or have been put in a position of leadership, they are the representation of the masses' consciousness. So say President Trump, for instance, what he's saying is that he is the representation for the collective consciousness of America. Now, the reason why I mention that is because it's just left my head. Oh, it's gone out my head. And it's important to make decisions on these leaders who, one, are at one with themselves and know their place in the universe, and know what position they have been placed in, but also one who trusts their instincts and trusts the innate intuitive nature that all beings have. This person needs to, when we are selecting leaders, it's important to select those who trust themselves. I feel that we are going to have leaders, or a leader that is way more in tune with their spiritual self, their natural self. I feel that due to the fact that on a wider scale, more people are becoming in line and in tune with themselves, that's allowing the opportunity for a spiritualist to become a leader. Now, what I wanted to talk about, and I feel like this is the spiritualist becoming the leader. It may be someone that is that is in touch with their feminine side. I do feel that it still may be a man, but they will have a lot of females around them, and they will have a respect for females that hasn't been pushed in politics for a while. That the respect that this individual shows towards females is something that has been missing. But what I was being shown with about President Trump, or about the people that lead us, is that, because I remember the message now, it's that quite often these people are elected, and when they are elected, we as the public are quick to judge them, and we are quick to act as if we had no part in their becoming of a leader. But the reason why we get so irritated at these kinds of leaders is because we truly know that they are the reflection of the wider mass, of the wider population. But we project our own feelings onto this individual to take accountability away from ourselves. But I'm seeing that whether or not we elect these individuals, these people will come into leading and come into power anyway, because they are a representation of the collective consciousness. of that particular region. The Sun card. I feel like these people that are placed in leadership are there to illuminate our own thoughts, beliefs, insecurities. They are there to, they put a light and a voice to the mass wants. They are just fulfilling their role. They are placed upon the horse and they are just there for the ride. They are placed there by the universe, not by their own doing. They are not big enough or have the strength to climb up on top of this horse. They are just carried and placed there and taken for the ride. Yeah, so what I was getting before I pulled that card was that these individuals that are leaders, it's almost that they don't even expect to be placed in such a position. But it's not that they don't they have a knowing that they're going to be put in a position, and it's almost that their life experience, the entirety of their life goes into the preparation of them being placed in a certain kind of position. So it's almost like at their core they have a knowing that they're going to be placed in a position and they're studying it for their whole life, but they don't know the true impact or the divine nature of this position that they're going to play. They don't understand that this has been placed upon them by the heavens, placed upon them by the universe, that this is something that is beyond them, it's outside of them. They are placed in these positions. It's almost that they don't have the choice. It's something that just is. It's something that is just a part of their divine blueprint. You know, this person, these people are always prepared. They are always on ready. So again, it's almost that these individuals do not have a choice. Their path is already highlighted and ignited, and it's just for them to follow. And as they are experiencing Earth, they don't realize that the path that they are leading, that they are following, is leading them to their destiny. It's part of their destiny to lead. Any leader of this planet, anybody that is put in a position to lead, is placed there because it's a part of their destiny. It's already written. It's already written. And whilst they don't know, as soon as they are brought into this realm, into this 3D experience, people are watching them. People know that there's something different about them. People know that there is something special about these individuals, something unique. something that words cannot describe, but it's a feeling, it's an inner knowing. So I think that's all for today. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you for being present. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.